Welcome back to another episode of Research Design Build. In today's episode, I'm going to give you the really quick overview of how to replace axle seals on your Jeep JK. For the front axle of a JK, this is going to be a two-door 2012, but the same process will apply to almost all years that have a Dana 30 in the front. If you're leaking oil out at your wheels from your diff fluid, this is where the seal is located that you're looking to replace. Now, in order to get to here, we need to first start out at the wheel. Starting out at the wheel hub here, I've got this all stripped down, and this is where you're going to need to get it to start the job. What we're going to do first is remove the front caliper and caliper bracket all together. So it'll be two bolts right here and right here that you'll remove. And then you'll be able to pull the whole caliper off the rotor, leave the brake lines and everything attached, and just set them aside. I've got a little stool here that I've set them on. You just don't want to let them hang on the actual brake lines themselves. So once you've got that off, the next thing is to get the rotor off. That it is going to be a little bit stuck. You're probably going to have to hammer it a little bit with a dead blow hammer to get that off the hub. And then you'll be left with the hub sitting in here like so. And with that, you're going to have three 13mm 12-point bolts. They're sitting here. There's one up the top and then two here at the bottom of the spindle. And you're going to have to get those off. Now this top one you're going to have to watch because there isn't a whole ton of room behind it. And so you can use a ratchet for a certain portion of that. But I found that my ratchet head was starting to bind up around the back here, so I had to switch to a 12-point wrench to get the last little bit of it out. So don't get yourself into a situation where you're caught and the bolt isn't out, but your ratchet isn't off either. From there, you will be able to pull this off, but it is going to be, it's sort of a size-on-size fit, so it is going to be a little corroded and hard to get off. I used a puller to push on the axle and pull on the outer race here just lightly, and then I put back in the two bolts on the bottom, put the socket back onto it and tapped that with a hammer. And then so I was sort of pushing from the back side as well as pulling from the front. When you're pulling this off, you are going to have a sensor right here for your ABS, traction control, all that. So there's a little Allen key bolt. You want to undo that, pry that out, and as you're pulling this off and the brake dust shoe at the same time, you just want to make sure that you get that cable kind of pulled back and out of the way. And again, you can set this aside with the brake caliper. Then you'll get to a point where you've got just the axle sticking out. From then there's no retention clips or anything like that in the diff. You can just pull on that axle and pull it straight out. Will take a little bit of force, but you'll be able to disengage it from the center diff. Now you can go ahead and repeat the same process for the other side of the vehicle and get that axle out. Now once that's completed, you'll be able to go back to the center pumpkin there and remove that front cover. Once that front cover is removed, you're going to pry out the gear set by first taking the two caps off on both sides, and then you're going to be able to put a pry bar right in here and against the case and pop this out. Now with these bearing cap and these washers here, that is creating a preload on the unit. So this isn't going to fall right out. It's going to take a little bit of a jiggling and wiggling to get this to come out. Depending on how tight your preload was, it could come out a little bit more challenging than others. And when you saw that first clip, I did have a ratchet strap wrapped around the diff. That was to hold this kind of in place so that if it did pop loose all at once, this thing wasn't coming tumbling out with all of the parts. So I was able to kind of contain it without pinching fingers and that sort of thing. But once this is out, then, and only then, can we remove those seals. Back under the Jeep, you'll have it to this point here now, where you've got everything removed as far as the brakes hub assemblies and the shafts out on both sides. You've removed the center gear and its bearings and everything like that. And now all you've got is the seals themselves. In order to get the seals out, you're going to have to get a very long pry bar or, the handle for your floor jack to insert in through the shaft from the wheel side all the way to the seal. And then your seal is going to be sitting in there like this. And you need to be able to hit this side of the seal to push it out into the center pumpkin housing. All right, so that can be on the driver's side, it's pretty easy because it's a fairly short axle. On the passenger side, it does take a few attempts to get the kind of the right combination of tools and stuff that you might have kicking around in order to get this out. Now that you have everything out, you have to get everything clean, and you're going to have mud and debris, oil, other stuff like that in the actual axle tube. You want to get all of that cleaned out. I used a bunch of paper towels and rags and stuff like that and pushed all the debris back into the center housing and kind of flushed it all that way, and then cleaned out the center section really good. I've still got to do it, but you'll want to clean off the flange area as well for the center housing. And then from there, we can start installing the seals. So there is a special seal tool you can buy to press those two seals in. I got one on Amazon, I'll link it below. Those will press those seals in nicely for you. So as far as Torx goes, so your 4 bearing cap bolts that hold the bearings for the center carrier in, those are 80 foot-pounds. The actual diff cover itself are 25 foot-pounds. When we get to the outside here, your hub bolts, so your 13 millimeter guys here, are 75 foot-pounds. Your big front caliper brackets bolts are 100 foot-pounds. The Allen bolt for the wheel speed sensor is 34 to 50 inch-pounds. And then the big nut for your axle nut is 100 foot-pounds. Hopefully that helps, and hopefully that is a quick and concise video for you on how to replace your front axle seals in your Dana 30 on your JK.